Hi, welcome back. In this video, we're going to learn about Excel's filtering and sorting functionality. So again, your screen may look different than mine based on the version of Excel you're using, or you may be using the Mac version. However, the functionality will be the same no matter which version or which platform you're using. So let's get into our example today. We're going to continue to use our bank example where we have a fictitious bank with 3 branches. New York, Miami, and Houston. It has a list of account numbers, account types of checking or saving, and the current balances of those accounts. So filtering it's simple, but it's a real powerful feature of Excel. And once you learn how to use it, I think you'll find that you're going to be using it extensively. So one quick point about using filtering is you may read in some books that you should convert your spreadsheet to a table before using a feature such as filtering or even sorting. But that's not the case. You can just turn on filtering straight from your spreadsheet without first converting it to a table, which is what I'm going to do here. So let's get started. On our Home tab, you'll see within the Editing group, there's an option called Sort and Filter. So I'm going to hit that drop down, and you'll see there's some sorting options, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. And one of the other options is Filter. So go ahead and select that. And you'll see when we do that, at our column headings, Excel will give us some drop downs for each of the columns, which this will allow us to do filtering and sorting. So let's start playing around. So let's suppose I want to do some filtering on my list of rows that only shows me the Miami location. So to do that, I can simply uncheck Houston and New York, leave Miami checked, click OK, and you see that only 4 rows are displayed. And down here, if you look at the bottom, you'll see 4 out of 14 records are found. What that means is that the other 10 rows are still there. They're just filtered out, so you cannot see them. And you'll notice that the rows numbers are not sequential. So see row 6, row 3, row 6, 11 to 15, showing you that only the Miami rows are displayed. So again, that's a very quick and easy way to filter our data only to see a subset of what we may want to see. And you'll know that you're using filtering based on the icon. So if you see here, you mouse over, you'll see that our filter is turned on for branch equals Miami. So that's how you know that this particular column is being used for filtering. I can also add another filter. Let's say we only want to see the checking accounts in Miami. So let's uncheck savings, click OK. And you see now I'm just left with 1 row in Miami that has a checking account. And you'll see 1 of 14 rows found. Let's undo that. I can clear the filter and get back to where I was with just the Miami branch showing, or I could have come up here, slid my drop down, and hit the clear button from here, and that will get us back to our original 14 rows. To turn off filtering, again, I can come and hit my drop down and turn off the filter right here. So again, that's just a very quick and easy way to do filtering in our spreadsheets. And I think it's a very powerful feature that you'll find useful. A gotcha within using filtering, and to show you that, I'm going to just simply copy and paste these rows down to row 18, and you'll notice that I've left a couple of rows blank on purpose to demonstrate what happens, or at least show you the behavior of filtering when I don't have a contiguous set of rows. So first thing, let's click out of the make G7 the active cell, and we'll click out of the range of the filtering. And if I go to turn on filtering, you'll see I get a pop-up that says this can't be applied to the selected range. Select a single cell in a range and try again. What that means is in order to turn on filtering, I want to be inside the range of cells that I want to filter on. So first I want to show you that. But the second thing here, getting back to the missing rows, if I turn on my filter now, you see Excel. Let me change one of these rows to LA. Say we have a branch in Los Angeles. Now if I turn on my filter, I don't see LA as one of the options. Why is that? Let me cancel out of this. That's because there's rows that don't have data. So Excel is only going to look at the immediate or the contiguous number of the rows that are in this filter. So let's go and delete these 2 blank rows. And now you'll see that when I select my filter, LA is in fact there. So again, just a gotcha that you need to be aware of, that your data needs to be contiguous in order to be included in the filtering. So let's go and remove the rows that I had added. And let's turn off our filter. Let's play around sorting. Sorting, again, is a feature I can use from our editing group. So let's go ahead and say I want to sort by branch. So if I go and select sort A to Z, ascending order, A to Z, you'll see that I get my data is now sorted by branch. Now Excel was smart enough to include the other corresponding cells in the sort. So even though I'm sorting by branch, let me undo that just to make the point. You'll see that Houston has account numbers 103, 104, etc. So let me turn on the sort again. Turn on the sort by branch. And you'll see I have 103 and 104 with Houston. So Excel was smart enough to include all my rows or my columns in the sort. I'm pointing that out because, let me undo this again. If I happen to select just column A and I did a sort, again, this is a gotcha, and I did sort A to Z, you'll get a pop-up saying Microsoft Excel found data next to your selection, meaning columns B, C, and D. Since you have not selected this data, it will not be sorted. And you don't want that because it's going to lead to erroneous results, and you'll have misaligned data with these branch data will not align to the account information. So it's asking, do you want to expand the selection or continue with the current selection? So in this case, I do want to expand the selection to include all corresponding cells in the sort. So again, we're back to what I showed you before, but I just wanted to point out the difference between sorting on an entire column versus sorting on a cell within a column. Let's do an advanced sort, which is one of the other options. I could do a custom sort. And you'll see right now we're sorting by branch. Let's go ahead and add a level. I want to add a level that says within a branch, I want to sort by balance. So I'm going to sort first by branch, then by balance, and we'll keep the default smallest to largest. Now when I click OK, within my Houston branch, I now am sorted in ascending order, smallest to largest, by balance. So you can see that can come in handy as well if I want to do multiple columns within the sort. And once again, I do want to show you the quirk that I showed you before, that if I had multiple columns or multiple rows with some spaces in between, and let's say I want to do this time, I want to do a sort by account type A to Z, I do not get these rows here because, again, because I have the blank rows. So let's go and remove those. And again, I'll redo the sort by account type. And you'll see now I have everything, including the rows that I added, included in my sort. So hopefully you found this useful. As I said, filtering is one of the more powerful features of Excel. And hopefully you will learn to use it to your advantage. But again, if you have any questions, please email us, or if you have any suggestions for other videos, please email us as well. And again, I remind you everyone to please subscribe because I will be posting videos again in the future. Thank you.